What's up guys, Craig here from Bloom Corp, and today I have a unveiling slash device tour for you of the Samsung Galaxy Note. Now before we get on with the actual unwrapping as opposed to unboxing of this device, I'm just going to quickly set out the parameters as to why I got it. For those of you that watch the channel, you'll know that my current phone of choice is the iPhone 4S. However, I am bored. And you'll also notice at the main time of when I unboxed the device, I said that I had one issue with this phone, and this was the size of the screen. Before getting the 4S, I was using the HTC HD7, which is featuring Microsoft's operating system, which again is slightly different, so I am familiar with all the different OSs out there, and I was also bored with that. I wanted something which was a little bit bigger in size. Now, as I say, normally I would do an unboxing of these devices, but this phone is still very expensive. It's still one of the highest spec phones out there. And if you want one brand new, it'll set you back about £400. And to be honest, I'm bored. I'm not stupid, so I didn't want to spend that type of money. So I bought one in very, very, very good condition second hand. But it means obviously you don't get everything that you would normally get. So it's not an unboxing. Inside is the phone itself and the charging cable. But it did only cost me £270, and that was a price that I was quite happy with paying. So, without further ado, let's crack on to the unwrapping. And as you will see, we've got some cling film, and you can see that big block in there, which will be the phone. And hopefully there will also be the wrapping cable. So let's unwrap this. I'm not fussed about not having a full unboxing to do, and we'll just put this phone to one side. And you will also see there's the charging cable, and that's all I really require. So we'll put the phone there, move it off to one side. First impressions, you know, this phone's been out a while now, but yes, it is big, and as I examine it with you, I am noticing that the phone is indeed in immaculate condition. Now, to run over a couple of the specs of this phone to begin with, it's got HSPDA, which means that you get download speeds of up to 21 megabytes per second. It's sporting a dual-core 1.4 GHz processor, which is quick and compares against anything out on the market at the moment. It's got a 5.3 WXGA 1280 by 400 screen, which is HD Super AMOLED, as they like to call it in Android world when they're talking about their phones. In terms of platforms, it's currently, I believe it'll be sporting on their Android 2.3 Gingerbread. However, and I checked this before I purchased it, you can upgrade to Ice Cream Sandwich. That's out now by downloading Keys, and you can download that for both Mac and Windows, because that was another thing that I was sceptical about. I do have Mac computers, and I didn't want to get a phone that I couldn't upgrade, which was one of the problems I had with the HTC HD7, because the support just wasn't there for the Windows phones. In terms of the camera, it's got a front 2.2 megapixel camera, and I'll see if I can pick this out for you. That's at the top end of the device there. And on the rear, it's got an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. And again, there's a camera. We'll just put that down there, and we'll zoom back in again while we roll off a couple more. Shoots 1080p Full HD video at 30 frames per second, 3.5mm headset jack. It's full touch screen, and it's got an S Pen, which is called an Advanced Smart Pen. And what this allows you to do is, instead of on pens on the older phones where you used to have to push down and try and get a little bit of resistance, this is a clever pen, but it's also got a button right there which, when you press it, allows you to do other smart features, which is something that I'm quite looking forward to getting to use. I'll just zoom out a little bit and see if you can focus in there on the little nib. And then you'll also notice the button. Just put that to one side. It's sporting Bluetooth technology 3.0, USB 2.0 post on the bottom, accelerometers, blah blah blah, 16GB hard drive, which is more than enough, but it is upgradable using a micro SD card up to 32GB, which is very good. In the back it has a 2500 mAh battery, which I believe is more than powerful enough. And in terms of screen sizes, and this is the main reason, 5.3 inches from side to side. And in terms of length, I think it's something like 14.8mm, so 14.8 centimetres by just over 8 centimetres, by just under a centimetre in thickness. But to put that into perspective, this has been my daily phone, so this is the iPhone. So as you can see, it looks absolutely tiny, and when you put it on, it just gets absolutely eaten up. In terms of the HTC HD7, that's a little bit closer. And you put that one on top, but you can still see that there is a lot of room there. And my work phone on a daily basis is the BlackBerry Torch, and again, it's going to be absolutely massive. And I know what you're thinking, this phone, it is going to look ridiculous against the ear, but it does fit in the pocket, and that is all that counts. Now we'll have a quick look around the device and all the ports. So that's the phone from the front, and as you can see, it's got that one giant home button at the base. And when the phone starts, and it does have juice in it. And you'll also notice that there are two capacitive on-screen buttons either side. On the top of the device we have a 3.5mm headset jack, and there is the noise cancelling little port there. You can barely make it out right there. On the left hand side we have a volume rocker here. Just trying to find a good angle to show these off because it is silver, so it is difficult to see. But there's your volume rocker. On the bottom you have your micro USB port, and you also have your S Pen port, which is right there. Sorry about this, guys, I'll just try and get this to focus. There you go. On the bottom you'll notice the micro USB port and the S Pen port. On this side we've got the power button, or the screen lock button as I imagine it will be. And quickly back to the other side we have the volume rocker. As I said, on the front you've got the main home button, and you've got the 2-megapixel camera at the top. And on the back, again, you can see the S Pen, Samsung logo, camera and LED flash. And we'll wrap this video up by just quickly taking the back of the device off. We will have an OS tour, and we will compare it against some of the other phones that we're used to seeing. We do have the Galaxy Nexus 7, which is the 7-inch tablet, so I'd like to see how that compares against the phone. I think that'll be an interesting comparison video, and we're going to bring that to you. And I have bought an accessory for this phone, and we'll do an unboxing and quick show off of it there. On the back, there's the battery. That's where the SIM card goes, and that is where the micro SD card goes. As I said, we've got some very exciting videos coming up on the channel, so please stay tuned. www.bloomcorp.com. The channel itself is undergoing a major facelift at the moment, so in the very near future we'll have a new channel to show off to you. So we've got the Galaxy Nexus 7, we've got this, we've got comparison videos galore, so stay tuned. Please remember to comment, rate and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.